What's up out there, friends and family? Star Interstellar here. Today we're going to be talking about psychic protection and a few different things that come along with that as well. I'm actually going to be uh, not giving you all a specific psychic protection, but really diving in how you all can tune into this and create your own for yourself, more like the mechanics of psychic protection. Before we do that, I just want to go ahead and do a little tap in prayer and invocation. I just want to give deep gratitude and thanks for the divine Father, Mother, God source within being here. And also, I would like to ask that all of our guides and helpers, all those benevolent beings that are in our highest and best timelines alignment, be here with us today for this sharing. And also, lastly, I want to go ahead and ask that any and all things that are shared today be for the highest and best of myself and everyone involved in out there listening. So psychic protection, especially as we jump into Mercury and Gemini season here, we have Mars and Cancer. There's just a lot more and more going on. The veil is continuing to drop as we deepen into the Aquarian age, and psychic protection is a huge and necessary thing. We're also going to be talking about how this relates to our energetic boundaries, right? Or just our boundaries in general, because they are very closely related. A lot of people will have things with like boundaries in their own personal space and stuff like that, and not have any sort of internal energy practice and not know that it's connected and correlated. And it definitely is. So, what does it take to deepen into psychic protection? And first of all, I want to say that the mechanics of what I am giving you in these different topics are not dependent on you being psychic. They're not dependent on you even necessarily maybe being able to see, sense, or feel in the psychic realms. Um, but regardless of if you are tapped in or aware on these levels, I'm sure all of you are to some certain extent. Even if it's a lot of people that I'm connected to have more like a innate body psychic sensitivity, where they may not be consciously aware of different things that are going on, but they do feel a lot of different things, and they are still working in those realms even though they aren't conscious of it. And so psychic protection is very important, and the ways that psychic protection can assist us are from all different sorts of things. This could be something like, being out in public and being around all of the different crazy energies that are going on nowadays, as we have stuff with the pandemic and everything. And there's also, connecting with people on Facebook. There's all different things that come in through ads there and programming there. There's things that come through the airwaves, other people's maybe negative thoughts about us, negative feelings about us. There's all sorts of things that psychic protection can assist us in. And then, of course, many, many levels and layers of lots of things that sometimes we can't even comprehend at this time, because there are so many bandwidths and layers in our multidimensional reality. Now, the first thing I want to say in regards to the mechanics of this is, first and foremost, it's important to really connect into your central channel. Okay. And for those of you that aren't familiar, the central channel is a pillar of energy, corresponds to the central pillar, the Sushumna channel. If you're familiar with those types of mechanics, also just connected to the spine. And so you want to begin by connecting to that Father, Mother, God source within, that deepest place within you, wherever that resonates with you in your body at this time. Connect to that place within that you feel a connection to Creator, to Source within. And I usually start by connecting to a light in that area. If you are interested in specifics of what I use or what I connect with, I do give that sometimes in certain cases when it comes in specifically with certain clients of mine. Generally, I don't just share this stuff with anybody and everybody. It's more when I do sessions or connect with people on these levels, I check in personally with what they need related to the traditions and those lineages that I am connected to, just to clarify on that. But going back to that, so connecting to that light within, that connection, that light of Father, Mother, God, Source within, starting at that place, and then going down into the deepest central of Earth core, that crystalline core of Earth. And all of these things I'm talking about, see, sense, or feel. So if you aren't a good visualizer, that's fine. If it's more of just a intention or knowing, that's fine. This is why I say see, sense, or feel is a great way to understand that. Just knowing that it's working. There is no wrong way that you can do this in this case. So see, sense, or feel that connection to God Source. See, sense, or feel that energy, that cord, that connection. Now, with this cord, with all of these practices, the mechanics here are whatever you feel the most potent resonation with, the strongest connection with, in terms of different energies, in terms of the different frequencies of the different energies. For me personally, visualization, inner visualization is very, very strong for me. I can be in another world in an instant, right? But if you're not, that's okay too. Intend these frequencies that are connected to this cord. You can use golden light, platinum light, rainbow light, light or energy from the source of all creation, from a specific aspect of God that you connect to within. That could be the Christic force, that could be Sophia Christ, it could be any of these things, whatever, angelic light, anything that you've had personal tangible experiences with in your life that you feel connected to in terms of power, in terms of safety, in terms of energy. Those are the things that you want to connect to when you do these psychic protections. And so see, sense, or feel a cord of one of those energies, of all of those energies that you feel that deep resonant connection with in your hearts. Run that cord of energy down to central Earth core, connecting to its crystalline core, connecting to its heart, connecting to its love in the core and heart of Gaia. And that's something, I feel like probably anybody on this channel can resonate with. It is the love and intelligence of Gaia. It is our mother. It is something that we all share. If you're on this planet, we share that. Gaia is alive. You can see that by looking outside and seeing trees, seeing the life present. So you can connect down into her heart of hearts, her love and connection there. And this really is a grounding wire, because just like any sort of electronic device, we are an electromagnetic device. There is a grounding wire and connection to that spiritual energy through that grounding wire in our energy body, our electromagnetic energy body. Connecting into that crystalline Earth core, and then bringing that connection back up into that light, that connection to Father, Mother, God, Source, and then going out and out, up through the top of the crown, all the way into, this could be central sun, this could be the highest of the heavens, and that connection to the heavenly realms that you can see, sense, or feel, and then bringing that connection back down within. That is a great way to establish the central channel. In terms of frequency of doing this, I would recommend at least right when you wake up, right before going to bed. It's kind of like putting on clothes before you're going out in some sort of weather, right? Because when we go into sleep, we are entering into many different realms and portals, astral realms, dream realms, all those different places. Whether or not you remember them, it is going on at night. So right before bed is a great time to do that. And right when we wake up is we're going out into the world of the light and of the sunlight. So that's the central channel. Then from there, there's a generation of some sort of protective geometry, or this could be a sphere, this could be a pillar, this could be a diamond, this could be a specific sacred geometry that you resonate with the shape of. Again, this is whatever you have the deepest connection and resonation to. This could be a crystal. It could be crystalline. It could be a light of a different frequency, color, feeling, vibration. It could be the light and source of unconditional love stemming from within you. What's important is that you feel connection. You have personal resonant connection or experience with these in your life, because this is your inner connection to Father, Mother, God, Source that is empowering this, that is connected to this. Now, there can be transmissions, right, from those teachers or guides that have deep connections and initiations with different lineages. And those could be where, oral traditions or transmissions are carried from, let's say, a guide to an initiate, someone new or on the path, or someone that is looking for assistance on the path. But in terms of the mechanics of these today, for you to generate this for yourself in your own unique way, just do whatever is most resonant with. This, again, could be a sphere of rainbow light, golden light, platinum light, whatever different frequencies. And like I said, if you can't see it, see, sense, or feel, just intend that that's there, and that it is deeply thick, resonant, tangible in that way. Put a deep sense of energetic connection into that. Now, lastly, I want to talk about the importance of the breath. In all of these different motions, when you're going down into central earth core, working with the breath, for me and my lineage, is essential, right? Because the breath is that energetic, it is the life of God, the breath of Father, Mother, God, Source. And so when you add in the breath, going down into that central earth core, or empowering, what you're doing is you are gathering energy from the environment, and you are connecting your light, your energetic frequency to it, right? So you can do the same thing when you're creating that bubble, that sphere, that sacred geometry around you. And this is really that what is going to generate more fuel, more energetic connection and frequency for that. Can also, what you can do in these breaths of generating the sphere or connecting down to the central core of the earth, when you're doing those breaths in, you can also see that breath gathering energy. You can see, sense, or feel it gathering energy as you're breathing in, and kind of strengthening even deeper those electromagnetic fields down into the earth core or around your body. With that, with these spheres of protection or these geometries of protection, I want to say as well, you can do more than one if that feels resonant with you. Different kinds can have multiple layers of protection, different frequencies, different, it's all connected to your inner light, your inner magic, and what you resonate with, and what you have those connections with as well. I can't emphasize how important it is that you have a connection, a personal, intimate connection with these things in your life, in your path. Next, are the distance of these layers of energetic protection. Okay, so just like that grounding wire gives us that deep grounding connection, and then we have that heavenly connection out there that is bringing in energy and also information to us. We have that ground, and then we have information. This is really a wire, a connection to the womb that we are within right now, the energetic womb and template that we are within, that gathers energy at all times for us. Now, in terms of the distance, this is important because this is where the boundaries stuff comes in. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, they may have these, if you consider yourself an empath or an energetic sensitive, but maybe you haven't gotten into these levels and layers of working with energy that we're talking about here today yet. Empaths, people are sensitive to energy, or people that are empaths and energy sensitives that don't know that they are yet. They go out into public spaces or even in their home, they're in an apartment complex, and they're going through and they're processing all of these things. There's crazy thoughts coming in, different self doubt or dark forces, all these different things can come in when we don't have energetic protection. And so boundaries are a big thing. We're around other people, right? And these different energies can come in, and it can be a lot. It can be very draining. It can it can cause frustration or disturbances and things like that. So when we are in a space where we feel really safe and protected around very, very close people that we love and we care about, it can be fine. It can be great to have those energetic layers of protection, those spheres out further from us, right? Because that is sort of extending our energy levels and layers out into the environment. So where we feel more comfortable, right? Where we can feel more. And you can code these layers to be different. You can have one, if you want, that always stays really close in, you know, within your vessel or something like that. You can have another one that extends out, that is intentionally coded in a specific way, maybe to let in certain things but not let in other things or whatever. I know we're getting into very advanced energy mechanics here, but I just want to tap you into what is possible here. Now, when we go out into public, right, it can be better to pull those energy boundaries in if that feels resonant for us. So maybe we're not, you know, feeling so much being so sensitive to so many different things when we're out in public. And I'm not saying that, you know, if you are an advanced energy worker, if you want to experiment with it because you want to, you know, play around with your abilities to whatever, transmute different energies or help quote unquote other people around you in your environment, that's great. But what I'm saying is the conscious awareness of those boundaries can be very important in terms of what you are sensitive to, what you are letting in your field. And lastly, this is, you know, this is very related to boundaries that we have in a relationship space. In when it comes to different emotional things that are going on, people are saying, oh, you know, I have this boundary around this thing and that. When we have the psychic protection up, it can totally change that game completely. Of course, I'm not saying that boundaries, exercising healthy boundaries with a partner, with people, aren't good, because they're great. They're very necessary. But by putting those psychic layers of protection, it can totally shift that game to where things and energies and sensations and emotions that aren't from our own internal space can totally affect us differently. And this could totally change the game. And I really want to emphasize this, especially as we deepen into the astrological transits of this year here. These sorts of things are going to get more and more important. If you've found this information, if you find this information helpful, please smash up the like button, comment. If you want a session with me where you want to get more deep and personal to find and have transmitted personal things to you that can assist with this type of process, or getting into things, boundaries and blocks and challenges that may be in the way of you connecting with different, deepening connection to your psychic abilities, your multidimensional spiritual gifts. I do definitely bring activations through my sessions. I take and I shift those blocks and I re-template things so that you can bring more energy into your vessel. You can be more connected, deepen into those personal initiations for you that can tap you into your multidimensionality, your superhuman gifts in more precise ways or more refined ways, because you may already know them and be in touch with them. but there can be new, finer and more finer ways of tapping into these frequencies and abilities and specialties and gifts so that you can really maximize your superhuman type potential that is possible, is coming on in a big way, especially if you listen to Peace Stealer. We're having more and more layers of these activations as we deepen into this year. So once again, I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope you're having a beautiful and blessed day, and I can't wait to